What's up, Rasmanites? My buddy Ryan Chattaway is having a contest. So this is my entry into the contest, and then I'll talk about all the details on the other side of the intro. Today, on the Rasman's Reality. Okay, so I apologize if my dog ends up in the background at all, as always. Ryan is giving away 3 awesome films, 2 Blu-rays, 1 DVD, first come, first serve. He's giving away The Godfather Sapphire Series Blu-ray, the Rebecca Hitchcock Blu-ray, and the DVD of Annie Hall. And all we want you to do is talk about your favorite films that ever won Best Picture that you enjoy the best. And there's lots of ways to enter this. You can do a video response like this for more entries. You can like his Facebook page for 2 more entries, or you can comment. So check out the link below for the video if you see this video before it gets attached as a video response for all the details. Now, unfortunately for me, when it comes to my answer to this question, I only own one of the films that I'm going to be talking about. And it's not because I'm bad at collecting great films. It's because of the fact that money just is never as strong as I would like it to be. So I can't always pick up a film when I want to see it. A lot of times I have to wait for it to come on Netflix, or I have to see it many years after the fact. So that's issue 1. Issue 2 is I'm not necessarily anymore, for the most part, a big fan of the Academy Award for Best Picture, because I think a lot of what wins Best Picture should not have won Best Picture. And that is probably a video, or possibly even a video episode series, like an entire series on films that came out in years that should have won Best Picture but didn't. Because my list on that of films I love is way longer than the list of Best Picture films I love. So I thought it was actually going to be a lot harder to come up with this list, but turns out I came up with it as soon as I saw the contest video go up. So yeah, let's get into it. I'll talk about them in the year that they won the award. First up is 1994's Forrest Gump. This is one of my favorite films of all time, and the fact that I still don't own it in my collection is a travesty. Well, I did have it at one point. I had it on VHS, but I never got around to owning the DVD, and I've been meaning to pick up the Blu-ray for ages, especially since the 100th anniversary edition, or even just the regular first printing edition, the 2 special editions jam-packed. You can find it for about $10 now, and I've been meaning to pick it up for ages. It's just one of those things that hasn't happened yet. But I love Forrest Gump. It is a cinematic masterpiece. The things that they did in the film, being able to make Tom Hanks as far as look like he was in all those historical points, I don't think you're ever going to see a film like that again as far as innovation goes for a very long time. And the story, obviously I relate to it better than most people because of my own disability. I relate to a lead character that has some mental challenges, even though my challenges are purely physical. So yeah, Forrest Gump, one of my favorite films of all time. Next up, the 2003 award winner, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. This, of course, is the extended version Blu-ray because I'm a big fan of the books and I love the versions of the film that show everything. But the theatrical release in this obviously is also very, very good. I'm just not going to quadruple dip, meaning that I'm not going to buy 2 DVDs and 2 Blu-rays. But the theatrical edition, the one Best Picture, is obviously very good. And in my opinion, it's the best ending to a trilogy ever, with the exception of The Dark Knight Rises. But that's for a whole nother video. But it was so wonderful as a lifelong epic fantasy fan to finally see the Lord of the Rings trilogy recognized by the Academy for the masterpieces of cinema that they are and will forever be when Return of the King won Best Picture. I don't think I've ever been as happy for a Best Picture award winner in my life. So yeah, that's The Return of the King. And finally, I'm going to talk about the film that won the following year, 2004's $1 Million Baby. Obviously, I don't own that one either, but I've been meaning to forever because as much as I love the Rocky films, as much as I absolutely freaking adore The Fighter, I watch The Fighter Blu-ray at least once a month. That's how much I love it. And I think Fighter should have won Best Picture on the year that it was nominated. So that's another example of what I'm talking about. But I absolutely adore $1 Million Baby, and I think $1 Million Baby is the best boxing film ever made because of the performances of Hilary Swank and Clint Eastwood and the direction of Clint Eastwood. It is just an absolute masterpiece, and if you don't feel something in every single frame and every single moment of $1 Million Baby, then you are not a cinephile. Period. End of discussion. You are not a cinephile. So that is my list, Ryan. Thanks for such a great contest, buddy. For those of you who are waiting for more, it's Wednesday when you see this, so the Dollhouse series will continue later on today. This goes up at 9 a.m. and Dollhouse continues at 12 noon Eastern. So taking full advantage of the scheduler now. Don't forget to check out Handi Enterprises Inc., your productivity and communication specialist, the official sponsors of this program and channel. All company contact information is down below in the description box. Don't forget that I am the social media maverick over there. So if you want to like and or follow everything with the company, you can bring me one person closer to seeing an increase in 200 people. It was supposed to be a year by year's end challenge, but my boss told me the other day that the sooner I get to reaching the goal, the better off I'm going to be because I'll actually get the money sooner. So all I need is an increase of 200 people from the beginning of the year. So if you want to help me out with that, please do so. This is reality according to the Razman and Razman style. It's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.